Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The responsibility of a guardian or keeper. He left his car in my keeping. The act of retaining something. Conformity or harmony. His behavior was not in keeping with the occasion. The responsibility of a guardian or keeper. Attention and management implying responsibility for safety. The responsibility of a guardian or keeper. The act of retaining something. Something owned. Any tangible or intangible possession that is owned by someone. The power of retaining and recalling past experience. The power of retaining liquid. The act of retaining something. The social force that binds you to the courses of action demanded by that force. We must instill a sense of duty in our children. A government tax on imports or exports. Work that you are obliged to perform for moral or legal reasons. A form of trustworthiness. The trait of being answerable to someone for something or being responsible for one's conduct. He holds a position of great responsibility. The social force that binds you to the courses of action demanded by that force. Every right implies a responsibility. Every opportunity, an obligation. Every possession, a duty. The proper sphere or extent of your activities. A personal relation in which one is indebted for a service or favor. A written promise to repay a debt. The social force that binds you to the courses of action demanded by that force. Every right implies a responsibility. Every opportunity, an obligation. Every possession, a duty. A legal agreement specifying a payment or action and the penalty for failure to comply. The state of being obligated to do or pay something. He is under an obligation to finish the job. The act of having and controlling property. The relation of an owner to the thing possessed. Possession with the right to transfer possession to others. The state or fact of being an owner. The trait of resolutely controlling your own behavior. The act of having and controlling property. A mania restricted to one thing or idea. Anything owned or possessed. A territory that is controlled by a ruling state. Being controlled by passion or the supernatural. Sport. The act of controlling the ball, or puck. They took possession of the ball on their own goal line. A disposition or tendency to yield to the will of others. The act of submitting, usually surrendering power to another. Acting according to certain accepted standards. Any spatial attributes, especially as defined by outline. Acting according to certain accepted standards. A symmetrical arrangement of the parts of a thing. Orthodoxy in thoughts and belief. Correspondence in form or appearance. Acting according to certain accepted standards. Their financial statements are in conformity with generally accepted accounting practices. Concurrence of opinion. Hardened conventionality. The act of dwelling in a place. Acting according to certain accepted standards. The act of abiding, enduring without yielding. The force of workers available. With guardianship over. In divorce cases, it is the right to house and care for and discipline a child. My fate is in your hands. A state of being confined, usually for a short time. He is in the custody of police. With guardianship over. In divorce cases, it is the right to house and care for and discipline a child. Your guests are now in my custody. Holding by the police. The suspect is in custody. Income tax withheld from employees' wages and paid directly to the government by the employer. The act of deducting from an employee's salary. The act of holding back or keeping within your possession or control. I resented his withholding permission. Depositing in a warehouse. My car is in storage. An electronic memory device. A depository for goods. Computer science. The process of storing information in a computer memory or on a magnetic tape or disk. The act of storing something. The commercial enterprise of storing goods and materials.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.